welcome everybody that is on and that is going to listen to the replay to our fourth session of Path to Bronze Ambassador. It's so exciting. We've learned so much throughout the last few sessions, and I just want to say congratulations, especially I believe it's Trisha that's on. I want to say congratulations to her. I know she's been on the last few calls, so, and anybody else. And we just want to know right now, it's brag time. So let's celebrate the good things that's going on in your business. So, you know, think back, what are the things that's happened in the last few weeks? What are the good things in your business? And Trisha, you can come on chat there, or you can come off mute and just tell us some of the good things that's happened in the past few weeks in your business. Trisha, can you text us in the chat to tell us if you could come off mute or not? Oh, you came off mute. Okay, Trisha, we can hear you.
Well, this campaign, I actually had an order for $500.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Like my best campaign ever.
Yay. So Trisha, what did you do differently this campaign than other campaigns? Because we all want to know. So we want to share with others too.
Well, I ordered 2 of those bundles that's $30.
Yes, ma'am.
So, because I have a customer that loves the vitamin C.
Okay.
So I'm prepared for her because I know it's almost time for her to order again.
Uh-huh.
So right there, I'm going to make my money on one of those bundles.
Absolutely. I think that is the best deal I've seen in a really long time. And Trisha, are you President's Club?
No.
But it looks like you're going to make your way there doing $500 orders. You know that you still have time, right? You've heard us talk about that on the calls with fundraising and those kind of things. So just get your strategies going and your goals going for your campaigns, because that was an awesome campaign. And that deal, 6 products for $30, you know, you still can order those next campaign also. So that's a really good deal. So congratulations, and anybody else that wants to share their successes when they play the replay and get back to us or your coach or your upline and tell us your successes, because we really want to hear. So I want to know, well, let's go ahead and go with the agenda since we switched screens here. At the end of this,
go back.
That's okay.
I can go back if you got more.
Okay, Sheila. You will be able to define support and the importance or the impact it has had on your business. Also apply key support strategies that will keep your team members engaged and your business growing. And identify what is next for you. What is your next strategy? What's your next goal? What's going to happen next? Okay, if you'll change screens there. So ready, set, grow. And, you know, that makes me think of, I just have to throw this in. Pathway to Bronze Ambassador, we always have said years in the past. So you're planting the seed right now. You're out, especially when you're new in leadership, and you're out talking to as many people as you can using the 5x5, and you're planting the seed. Well, now that seed, you're watering it, you're talking to those people, and you're ready to grow. So just remember, if you could think back to when you very first started Avon, Trisha, or when you very first recruited that first person, that's when you want to think about that excitement, because we need to keep that excitement in growing your business. So, Trisha, I want to ask you that question right here. How did you feel when you very first started Avon?
I was kind of nervous and excited.
Well, I think in any new position, new job, or anything new that you start, I think that is a common feeling that we all feel a little nervous, but excited. So just remember that time of excitement. And if you can keep that consistent throughout your business, you are going to grow. And, you know, we wrapped up our last session with key actions that you can take to continue your team growth. So most importantly, your growth to bronze ambassador. So let me ask you this question, Tricia. How many do you have on your team currently?
I have 3.
Okay, awesome. So are you close to bronze ambassador in your sales?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Okay, so the qualifications of a bronze ambassador, which we're going to talk about that today, you need the $1,000 in team sales, and that's including your sales, Tricia. And then a consistent at least $200 in personal sales, which it sounds like you're doing that. And then the 3 people placing orders each campaign. So I'm so excited that you're on this call and you've got your 3 people. So we just are today going to talk about some other ways that you can accomplish the bronze ambassador. So completing page 2 of your Boss Life workshop, that's one thing that you can do. Be the Avon brand, a selfie challenge. So what does that mean to you? What does being the Avon brand mean to you, Tricia? So I'm going to help. I'll help you out, Tricia. Do you know?
Sell Avon. I wear Avon.
Absolutely.
That's it.
That's the answer. That's the answer. So basically being the Avon billboard, wearing your Avon clothes, wearing your Avon jewelry and the makeup. And when you walk into McDonald's or you walk into Applebee's or the doctor's office, they know that Tricia is the Avon lady. They know that you're coming to give them the goodies and the discounts and the, you know, the quality products. So that's making yourself the Avon brand. And a selfie challenge. Lane, do you want to tell us what a selfie challenge is?
I love a good selfie, okay? And you know, a selfie challenge, it really could be whatever it is you make of it, because we've had several people like twist it a little bit. They can do a selfie challenge as far as like, you know, they work it with their team, you know, how they take pictures with their customers. Maybe a customer's trying a new product and they take a picture with them, or they even have the Avon, a new Avon outfit, and they take a selfie of themselves and post it. You know, it's just a way of driving excitement through hashtags and through what you're currently already doing every single day to get people involved in seeing what it is that you've got happening. So, you know, we all have something to share with our business, whether we're into the fashion, whether we're into the skincare, maybe it's the jewelry. You know, we take what our favorite segment of products are and we utilize it. And a selfie challenge is really just the way to do it. So, you know, we challenge you guys to have a selfie and post it and get interaction with the people that you're friends with or the people that follow you on Instagram. Did I say the selfie challenge right?
I love it because I know you love to do that. So yes, you did. And does that explain it a little better, Tricia? Which you were absolutely on the dot, but does that give you some more ideas?
Yes.
Okay, good. So also practice making connections during your chance encounters. So does anyone know what a chance encounter is? And welcome Sherry to the call. Do you all?
Hey, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry. Trisha is so glad that you've joined.
Yeah. She's like, oh, thank goodness. So a chance encounter, just let me give you some examples of what that is. A chance encounter really is you are anywhere and everywhere. A chance encounter is you could be shopping at the mall. You could be in a doctor's office or a dentist's office. You could be at the swimming pool. You could be at a sports event with your kids. So just make sure that you are connecting everywhere you go. And I know when I was a leader many, many years ago, that my teacher told me, don't ever miss an opportunity. And, you know, that person that you didn't talk to could be your next gold nugget, be your next team member, your next best customer. And also, add 2 team members to your team. Did anyone add any team members to their team in the past few weeks? Sherry or Trisha, have y'all added anyone to your team, or even maybe you went out and talked to people and got some names and numbers? Made some connections?
Yeah, I've got 2 people in mind.
Yay! That's awesome, Sherry. Where did you meet them?
I've got one name, let's see, Sandy Long. And then I've got one named Cheryl.
Okay.
Awesome.
And they I need to call them back.
Absolutely. Because Sherry, they may just be waiting on you because, wow, they want to get into this campaign 23 or 24 brochure and do their Christmas shopping and get those books out to their customers. So we always say it's more fun when you have a friend on your team to do this thing, pass out your books and have your grand openings and your parties. So definitely, Sherry, you might want to call them today. They might be waiting on your phone call.
Okay.
All right. So Sheila, if you'll change slides here.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is our boss wheel here. Build and share your belief in your Avon business. And we've been talking about supporting your team and leading by example and continuing to grow. So the foundation of the program is the reason and is because it's a proven way to achieve the goals that you want. So in our last session, we talked about belief, outreach, and selling. Belief lays the foundation for all of the elements. It's like believing in yourself first, and then believing in Avon products and believing in the opportunity. That's really important. So, you know, it lays the foundation, and also you grow your sales and your earnings, and most importantly, growing your team is what our focus is. So let's focus on the support. So this element is one that glues all the others together. Support is all about supporting your team and leading them by example. How does support glue all the elements together? Well, in order to lead by example, you have to live the boss system that you see in front of you, and you have to believe to be able to show others how to believe too. So you take action on your belief and outreach, and once you outreach, you sell. That's how your business grows. So by living this system, you lead by example and you support your team. So let's identify what you can do to ensure you are supporting your team members to also live the boss.
Awesome. Hey, Sherry, if you could possibly go on mute, or Tammy, if you could mute her. It was causing us to not be able to hear you in a couple of places. So we want to make sure that they're able to hear perfect. And then Sherry, if you have anything to say, just come off mute and we will listen, or you can type in the chat box either way. It's just, it sounds like road noise or just background noise. So that helps us. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So now we're going to look at just what Tammy was saying, supporting your new representatives. It's very important that we get them started from the very beginning. So we've talked about the Kickstart program in our previous modules, and selling the daily care collection and using the online store. But you want to do that. You want to review that information with them and give them those tools. Make sure they're utilizing those tools from the very beginning before their kit ever arrives. Because I'm not sure how much you all know about this, but when you sign somebody up new, or they go on your startavon.com and put in your reference code and start new, it may take them 4 or 5 days to get that kit in their hands. Well, they want money now, right? Because we even talked about in our previous calls about asking them how much do they want to earn in the next 2 weeks. So what you see on number 2 here is that very example, and we're just reviewing it again as a real life example to really show you how easy it is to help them calculate their order size to generate the earnings that they want. So in this example, you have a new representative, maybe one of these that Sherry calls today, and they say, hey, I'm ready to get started. And, you know, part of Sherry's conversation is, how much do you want to earn in the next 2 weeks with your Avon business as we get started? And they, well, I don't know. Well, let's say they say $125. And you do want a number, because that number is what drives everything else. That's what's going to keep them focused and help you keep them focused on the sales ahead and their goals and the earnings that they want to have. So she wants $125. Well, then you're going to multiply it by 2.5. And you may remember that the reason we multiply by 2.5 is that's the same thing as saying 40%. And everyone receives 40% earnings on their first order. So we know they're going to get 40%, so we can use the 2.5. When you multiply that, that's where the $313 in award sales comes from. That's what they need in sales on their first order to get $125 in their pocket. And then you see that it's divided by 20. Now that $20 could be anything of any $20 order, but we have this fabulous collection called the Daily Care Collection that they can sell during their Kickstart period, during their first 7 campaigns. So if you text that to them in a picture, or they take a picture of it and text it out to their friends and family, post it on Facebook, because they can also sell it from their online store now. That's where the $20, because it's $19.99, so they get $20 in award sales. So if you take the $313 that we said they needed to have in sales and divide that by the $20 Daily Care Collection, they only need to sell 16 bundles to get $125 in their pocket. How nice is that? So do you not think that maybe they have 16 contacts in their telephone, or 16 friends on Facebook that might be interested in some Skin So Soft and some moisture therapy? I always tell people, I think the bottle of Skin So Soft alone is worth the bundle. I mean, it's and everybody loves Skin So Soft. And I think even those that don't really know what all we sell at Avon, they know we sell Skin So Soft, right? So, Sherry or Trisha, either one of you, how do you, first of all, do you understand this formula and how it's working? And how do you see that could benefit you as you start a new representative? Now they're both on mute. We've muted them all. Now they don't want to talk to us. Here comes Sherry.
Huh.
I said you came off mute now. How do you see this? How do you see this benefiting your business? Do you understand the formula? And then how do you see this benefiting your business as you start new representatives?
Yeah, I see it benefiting me, yeah, and them too, yeah.
Go ahead. How do you see that benefit? How do you feel like you can utilize this?
Well, it'll help us get the bronze ambassador.
Absolutely. When you use this time and time again with each new representative, it is going to bring you to Bronze Ambassador. And then it's going to show them that they can get the amount of money that they're looking for with Avon, and how the breakdown, because sometimes it sounds overwhelming to say $313 in sales if they haven't ordered the first thing, right?
Yeah.
But if we say, well, 313 is really only 16 of these bundles. And then what could we ask them then to find out what their potential for selling those 16 is? You know, we talked about Facebook, we talked about their contacts. And ask them, how many contacts do you have in your phone? Can you send this out right now? We want to get them to take that action right then and there, so that they can see, even while you're just getting to know them and having that conversation with them and helping them get started in their Avon business, that maybe even while you're meeting with them or talking to them over the phone, they're already getting orders. And then, like we said earlier, that excitement Tricia was talking about when you first get started, then you're excited and you're ready to go with it. So we want that excitement from them from the very beginning.
Hey, Sheila.
Yes.
I just wanted to mention that the 3 ways that I suggest to new representatives when they have that flyer, and you said, you know, a couple of those things, but to make sure that they put it out on their Facebook page. That's the first thing. The second thing is that they text as many people as they can right the first day they get started. And then the third thing is to print off as many of those flyers as they can and pass those out with those brochures whenever they receive those brochures in their kit. So, you know, you have your first 6 campaigns, so you've got a long time to pass out those brochures and those flyers and the brochures and get as many orders as you can with that daily care collection, because like you said, Skin So Soft and moisture therapy, especially this time of year, people want that. You know, they need it and they will buy it. So I just wanted to mention 3 ways.
Well, and that's a great addition there, because by printing off the flyers, a lot of people are just like some of us. We prefer to have that paper in hand. I want to see it. It's tangible. It's a reminder. I got this text and, oh yeah, I did want to order that, because now I have the piece of paper in front of me that kind of reminds me. So that's perfect, Tammy. Thanks. Now, speaking of 3 ways, now we have 3 ways that we can support our team. So first, of course, is helping them choose their kit and getting started right away, showing them an easy path to earn their $1,000 in 90 days. That's the Kickstart, and calculating their sales. Then we have 3 actions that you can take. On this screen, you'll see get-togethers and mentor tools and Vibe. So I'm going to take you through get-togethers and mentor tools before we move on. So with get-togethers is literally that. It's you getting with someone. So Sherry's got someone that's interested. She's either going to get together with them in person, or she's going to get together with them by phone. But it's simply what it says. It's getting together and connecting with the person. And then we want people to be successful in their first 90 days. So this is when she's developing her belief in herself and seeing the potential of what she can do. And you're showing her the numbers of how to reach what she wants. But we want to make sure that we don't miss the opportunity to talk about their why. What do they want from their Avon business? Why are they doing this thing called Avon? Because we know she wants $125. Why does she want $125? Because when you can connect that number with a reason and a visual of what you're going to do with the $125, then it becomes real. It becomes, oh, I'm working for, and it's a reminder for you to be able to come back to them and, I remember you told me you want this, and that's what I'm here to help you get. So it's really remembering and learning how, and then remembering to continually ask questions and get as much detail and as much connection as you can. And then from there, you're talking about the why, then you're creating a contact list. Because like we said on the previous page, she needs to sell 10 daily care collections. So what tool do we have at Avon that can help them create a contact list?
I know, isn't it that awesome memory jogger?
It is that awesome memory jogger. It
so
is.
cool.
We're gonna see that again here in a minute. But that is one of the tools that Avon has specifically geared at getting the contact list, because it covers every aspect of someone's life and all the places that we don't even think about. Even if you are a stay-at-home mom and the only place you go out, or so you think, is, and I just had this as an example recently, is to the doctor. I have a leader who has a baby who is both blind and deaf, and she spends all of her time in the doctor's office. So we said, but where else do you ever get your hair cut? Do you ever go to the dentist? Who do you talk to when you're at those doctor's offices? It just opened up a whole new world, just breaking down that contact list. Then again, like we said earlier, we want to be able to show them how they can get $1,000 in 90 days. That's the Kickstart program. We want to set their goals, which again leads towards that formula of 2.5 and reaching at least their first goal. And then from there, continuing goals. And you yourself and all of the representatives that you work with, revisiting those goals on their team from time to time, on your team from time to time, because they change or they've reached one goal. So what's next? And then reinforcing how to sell and how to network with others. Also, in the invite to this call, you got something attached to it called the mentoring guide. That can be found, it looks like the picture here on the screen, and it can be found in Vibe underneath the business section in the resource library. Not only that, but there's a slew of other mentor tools that are in that same location. There are emails that you can personalize and send out yourself. There is a calendar that shows you the emails that Avon sends out. So when your new person signs up, they get a welcome email from Avon. But then there's a follow-up email that you can use. It gives you suggested emails, suggested text, ideas for Facebook posts to help celebrate your team. So there's a whole resource library of materials, not only for your new representative, but for you as the upline leader or mentor to be able to use. Currently, Tricia or Sherry, either one of you all using the mentor tools? Were you aware of them? Have you used them? If you haven't used them, like I said, they're under the business section in Vibe, and you'll see that again here in a moment, and under the resource library. And there is just a boatload of tools. And I would just like to say, when it comes to the mentor tools, I had a leader, she's not actually in my territory, but she works with several leaders in my territory, who said to me, she moved from Tennessee to Illinois. And she said when she first moved, she had kind of a slump in her business. She was trying to move her customers from one location to another and trying to re-engage with her team. And her belief system was that, they were there and she was somewhere else now, and it was hard for her to connect or so she thought, with her team, because she was used to doing so much in person with her team there that she had to look for other ways. And when Avon came out with the mentor tools and put them in Vibe for us and previously on youravon.com for us, she made a commitment. She's like, look, my business isn't going in the direction that I want it to, so why not try this and see what happens? And she follows, like, to the letter. She follows the mentoring tools, and she has doubled her team size in the last year. I mean, she's just rocking it now. So she is a firm believer, and she's the one I use when I need an example of, do the mentor tools work? Because they absolutely do. But the key is we have to use them. So this again shows you Business Under Vibe Resource Library is where you find those tools. So speaking of Vibe.
All right, Sherry and Trisha, get on the edge of your seats because this is the most important part of the program today, and we will also be closing with this too as well. So let's talk about Vibe just a little bit. Actually, we might talk about it just more than that. But this is really your insight to see what's happening in your business. How do you need to support your team? What is currently going on with the people on your team? So leadership representatives that are on their ways to maybe the next level, or even like you guys on your way to the Bronze Ambassador, you really need to visit your Vibe to check out and see how far away are you from hitting that goal? What actions are you missing? So let's start with looking at Vibe and start looking at it, making sure we're looking at every campaign so we can track those qualifiers. And I believe Tammy said earlier to hit Bronze Ambassador, you need to have $200 in personal sales, 3 orders, and it all equal out to $1,000. Well, you can see that on your homepage of your Vibe on the progress report title. As you can see on the screen, there is a little clock that gives you a percentage of how close you are to hitting those goals. So looking at the tile, you can see that we obviously are selected on Bronze Ambassador because that's our next portion. And this representative on the screen is only at 11% completion. So she is missing a few things like total unit sales, her personal order, and then also 2 orders from her team. If you also see at the top too, we could easily click on Silver Ambassador and Gold Ambassador to see what it would actually take to hit those levels at as well. So everything is at your fingertips. Could you flip to the next one for me, please? Another tile that you might find also helpful is something called action alerts. And on Vibe, this is really a list of the actions that probably need to take place with your business. So looking at the tiles that you see on the screen, for example, you've got 2 representatives that are about to be removed in 6 campaigns. You can click on that, and then it will actually give you the details of who that is, how much the amount they're past due, so that way you can reach out to that representative and connect with them on their business too. So these action alerts are here to set you up for success, to help you know what's happening in your business and have some things to look at and know kind of what to do on your business. I don't know about you guys, but I always love a good reminder, and that's really what these action alerts do for me anyway. And I know for a lot of our leaders, because it will point out things that maybe we might have missed. So going on to the next one, will you go to the
Before
next
you do that, Lane, I was just going to add too that these are great ways, and something that I used to point out is that these are great ways to figure out, who do I need to contact? You know, maybe you're like at a loss for, I don't know what to say or who to contact. These are a great starting place because it gives you, like Lane said, people that are going to be removed, but it also gives you things to celebrate. It gives you the anniversaries. It gives you the birthdays. It gives you a reason to call somebody. And then you can, that starts the conversation. And then you can talk about the other things that you were wanting to talk about, connecting with them and finding out more information. So it's a great way when you're looking at who to call.
Absolutely. So I know that the representatives being removed were highlighted on it, but just like Sheila said, you know, we also want to make sure we're celebrating the great things too as well. Plus, it's also a great way to see, you know, did something happen? And maybe you hadn't heard from someone in a while too. So it's making sure you keep that relationship too. And also celebrate those successes, because it does let us know when someone's got their first order or they have an order over $150. So a lot of great things with that. Yes. So thank you, Sheila. I probably didn't emphasize that as much, so thanks.
Because all they circled was removed, right?
Right? I mean, we don't need to just focus on that. I'm so sorry. It was just highlighted. It just made it easy. So, and besides, everyone loves to share fun and exciting things, not bad things. So. But to utilize our Vibe all the way, we also have got some additional reports too, and we have a great reports tab that if you click on will actually show you a great drop down list of reports. And some examples are, you can make a 3-day follow-up report, which helps you identify representatives that might need some encouragement to maybe place an order, maybe remind them to do something for that campaign. So you can develop that report. You also have a hold order report, which has representatives that are still on the old YourAvon.com, but now that everybody has moved to YourAvon 2.0, or any new additional people that you have joining your team now will be on this. So this report, you might see it, but not really exactly know what it's for. So that's really what that was for. I thought it was important we mention it just because it may not be as active as it used to be. You have a great one for people with no orders, or maybe they haven't placed an order in a while, called Inactivity. And this is a list of representatives for your team that haven't yet submitted an order this campaign. So as well as those who've also maybe not placed an order in the past 4 campaigns. And this is something called Inactivity, where if they haven't placed an order in 6 campaigns, their account will deactivate and close. So it's important to reach out to them. Plus, if they haven't placed an order, that means they're not making any money, and we would love to partner with them on that because they joined Avon for a reason. Another example is Past Due. This shows a list of representatives in your downline that are both active and yet also maybe removed representatives. They have past due balances ranging anywhere from, it could be $5, it could be all the way to $500. They could be past due 1 campaign, or they could be past due 11 campaigns. So this is important to know too, because the amount that they're past due does affect your unit sales that campaign. So it is important to make sure that your representatives have their balances paid. Plus, you make the commission once they have paid for their order. So that is super important as well. So checking that one out. And then we also have pending appointments. This report is one that shows all of your current pending representatives. This means that they have not yet placed their first Avon order, but yet they have signed a contract that they are licensed to sell Avon products. So we are waiting for them to place their first order. So it's a great way to remind who we need to reach out for our new people and help support them on their journey to making that first check from Avon. So these are just examples of some of the reports. Obviously, there's a lot more on there, but just the ones to really kind of help you get started to hit your way to that bronze ambassador spot. And then finally, you can also make sure that you're leveraging Vibe as a way to engage your team. So you can actually send out e-cards, and you can also see if these people have actually read your communication or not, which is super cool. So maybe you want to engage them with a newsletter, maybe some recognition, social media, team meetings. It's a great way to engage your team. Plus, Avon already has templates pre-made for you that helps, you know, just get the excitement going because they look very, very professional. So anything that you ladies would like to know more about when it comes to Vibe, or maybe any questions about Vibe, or any aha moments that you guys have had in our time together this afternoon, because we are here to make sure that we answer any of your questions, and then also sharing if you had a great learning today. Or we might come to know that they know everything about Vibe and they're going to teach me something, right?
No.
No, Sherry, you're good? Did anything strike you as different that you didn't already know about Vibe?
No, I watch Vibe every day.
Oh, I love hearing that. It's
Yeah,
exciting to see that wheel move, right?
Yes, I'm getting there because I've got to get, let's see, $2,300 to a President's Club.
Oh, Sherry, that is an excellent point because you guys now have 2 wheels on there. One is your President's Club tracker, which is really cool. And also, by the way, your team has that too on your avon.com. And then you also have that wheel too to track your next title level or your current title level too as well. So I love that you have recognized that one too. So it just makes it seem a little bit achievable, right? When you see that wheel.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you are fine. I love that you brought that up because we definitely didn't mention that. Yeah. So President's Club, hitting your President's Club goal wheel as long as with your Bronze Ambassador one are equally important. So great point. Well, if you have any additional questions, if you're listening to the replay or Trisha or Sherry additional, just reach out to your coach or your upline because we'd love to partner with you on maybe making a game plan for things that you should check on by, maybe when you should check on them, just to help keep your business a little bit organized. And that usually always helps too. So, and let's kind of talk about the next title achievement, that Bronze Ambassador. I know I kind of already recapped it a little bit earlier, but just to make sure we remember where you're at and be consistency on your actions, Vibe is here to support us. But to hit that Bronze Ambassador point, you need to have $200 in personal sales, 3 first-generation orders, and totaling that $1,000 in combination with everything. So you guys can do this. It is up to you, and it is the best time of year to be a part of Avon. People are just looking for opportunities with the up and coming holiday season. So making sure that you're doing your part and opening your mouth and talking to people about this great opportunity that you have where they can earn extra money for the things that they need. Avon is just a way for them to get there. I would love to share a story with you guys about a current leadership representative, and her name, you see her on the screen, her name is Whitney. Whitney is currently a gold ambassador working her way to bronze leader. She is only $2,000 in award sales away, but something really cool happened with Whitney. And Whitney would not be where she is at without the success of not just herself, but her team. So Whitney was struggling to become a bronze ambassador. One of her friends said on Facebook that she was ready for an opportunity. She needed to somehow bring in some money while staying home with her kids. And Whitney messaged Krista. Krista was excited about the opportunity, didn't really know exactly what she was doing, but said, I need money, yes. And Krista said, tell me how much, I can show you how you can get that. Whitney then broke down all of the numbers for Krista. Because of one conversation, one representative getting excited, Krista is now working towards her bronze leader and has a team of 54 people. 32 of them are underneath Krista. So you guys never know what conversation you're going to have with somebody and where your next successful representative is actually going to be found. So take advantage of this holiday season and making sure you're speaking to everybody you can possibly mention. And I don't think I told you, but Whitney's only been with Avon for 28 campaigns. So definitely a lot of success. She started her leadership career in campaign 12, I believe. So it is definitely up to you if you want to achieve it. Just make sure that you are having those conversations. So I hope Whitney inspired you just a little bit. But let's kind of talk about your next steps now that we have completed this pathway to bronze ambassador. your goal is to hit that bronze ambassador spot and cash in on that $500 bonus. But then there's a next step for you. This isn't just the end. Once you hit that bronze ambassador level, you know, there is another coaching program that you can take part in. And this is something that is available to all bronze ambassadors or above. We actually have a course of a coaching program that consists of 7 modules. It focuses on a topic or a skill that supports you increasing your team sales, your growth, the development of your team, but ultimately to make sure that your Avon business is growing and you're achieving your goals. We also do one-on-one coaching sessions with your best interest and your thoughts and your creativity in mind with your coach. So now that you have graduated from this program, we hope that we see you in the next round of the coaching program that I think starts in January. So give yourselves a great big pat on the back. We are so proud of you, and we are looking forward to more partnership with each of you.
Absolutely. Thanks, everyone. You all have a good evening. We appreciate you, and congratulations.
Yay!
Congratulations. Bye, everyone.
Bye.